Let me just say right off the bat, before I get into this review, and there might be minor spoilers, it's going to be very hard not to spoil this film because there are a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of cameos that you would not expect at all. The Flash is a 2023 superhero film directed by Andy Muschietti with a screenplay by Christina Hodson, and it stars Ezra Miller, Sasha Calle, Michael Keaton, Ron Livingston, and Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot, and Michael Shannon. This is the 13th installment in the DC Extended Universe and the final film in this universe that started 10 years ago with Man of Steel. The movie is basically influenced by the comic book Flashpoint, featuring multiple DC comic characters, and they really pack a punch, and this movie packs a punch. Now, as you've seen from the trailers and the marketing campaigns, we know that Barry Allen goes back in time in order to stop his mother's death. While doing that, he changes time, he changes universes. He goes back in time into a different universe and kind of confronts his own self, and they try and figure out what's going on. The marketing campaign is really forward with Michael Keaton as Batman. It's been like that since the movie was announced and the trailers are happening. Now, the interesting thing is that, of course, Ezra Miller has his personal problems, his personal demons. Put that aside, and the acting that he does with both Barrys is absolutely phenomenal and really, really well done. The interesting part about it is that you don't know which one is Ezra Miller and which one isn't Ezra Miller. But then if you look at the face, you can tell the CGI aspect of everything and how that works, and it's really good. So he does everything, and he's really emotional to the point where, the father is committed for the murder of the mother. He's trying to do all certain things in order to get back to a point where the mother lived, and it happens, but he's in 2013 now. This is when everything happens to a point where General Zod now is preparing to invade Earth. If you've seen Man of Steel, then you know what happens. But then everything is different. What's going on? In order to get help, he tries to reach out to every single one of the Justice League. Cyborg is still a quarterback. Batman Bruce Wayne is very different. Wonder Woman doesn't exist. Arthur Curry is not even born yet. And the aspect of how everything is in this movie is really well done. The emotional story is good. There are kind of teenage angst in there between the back and forth between the two Barrys. Like, it's that whole teenage 18-year-old, like, hey, this is a joke, that's funny, this and that. But they all do certain things where the Speed Force and, kind of is worked into the whole story of how he became the aspect of what the Flash is. Now, not only that, the opening sequence of the Flash and then Ben Affleck's Batman is a phenomenal action sequence. We get right into the movie. There's no stopping. It's like quick credit scenes, the opening with the logos of the movie studios, and then we're right into the movie. The movie is 2 hours and 24 minutes long, and it has a budget of $220 million. Now, this is where things really, really get fun. The movie picks up when Michael Keaton appears as Bruce Wayne Batman. Why is he in this? What happens? Well, his Batman, his Bruce Wayne doesn't work anymore because Gotham City is the safest city in the world now. The Wayne Manor is just distraught. There are things lying around everywhere, but Michael Keaton just brings a dynamic as Batman Bruce Wayne in this role that hasn't been seen in close to 30 plus years. The events of his character take place after Batman Returns. So after that, it's everything else is null and void. It doesn't, everything between Val Kilmer and what George Clooney did in their movies doesn't mean anything. So basically, Batman kind of helps Barry go and get Kal-El, Superman. But what he doesn't know is that it's not Kal-El, it's Kara Zor-El, the cousin to Superman, or Clark Kent for that matter. And Sasha Calle is really good, but she's only in the last 45 minutes of this movie. I wanted more of her, and I feel like she's more powerful than anything. And Michael Shannon as General Zod is a great, great villain. He was a great villain in Man of Steel, and now going up against Supergirl, it's just really, really fun. The whole acting at the end and the action sequences was really good. You could say that some of the critique would be for the CGI aspect of how the movie is, what goes on, what doesn't go on, and that world where Barry, kind of time travels back, and then it's like he's in this kind of Coliseum-esque world where he, you know, rewinds everything. You can see the events happening, and as he's doing so, the Barry from 2013, the past Barry, kind of, gains the superpowers, and then you know, the real Barry doesn't have that. So then they kind of need a way to, get those powers back. But not only that, Reverse Flash is, or Dark Flash, or whatever you want to call it, is really, really frightening in this, and it's just really, really well done. There is a phenomenal Easter egg, and there are a lot of Easter eggs in this when they go into the Batcave. I mean, it's just absolutely mind blowing. And then near the end, when we see all these different universes, but we see different characters. And I'm just going to leave it at that because this movie is, like I said, is so hard not to spoil. It's crazy. And then that big cameo at the end of this film that is very unexpected, that you don't expect at all. It made me go, whoa, holy shit. My hands were on top of my head. I didn't expect it. And it's just like, wow, they pulled that off. How could they possibly make that happen? And they did. The movie is great. I mean, you could say that Ezra Miller does a phenomenal job as Barry Allen, the Flash. And then the scenes that are Michael Keaton are in. I mean, it's very Michael Keaton forward-esque with the marketing, like I stated. But the scenes that he's in, he's really, really grabs the attention of it. And give us that one more Batman movie with Michael Keaton. Like, it'll be fantastic to see that. And I don't mind Ben Affleck when he has the cowl on, but when he has I could give two shits about what Ben Affleck does in any movie, especially in a Justice League, Flash movie for that matter. But when he has that body armor on and he's Batman, that older version of it, it's done really well. And seeing Jeremy Irons in the beginning as Alfred is good, and I feel like Andy Muschietti really knew what to do. And he does have a cameo appearance in this at the end of it. And it's just really, really fun and well done. The first act is a little slow going. The second act is really good. We get Michael Keaton. And the third act is just a fun-filled joy for the fans, the Easter eggs. Like I said, mind you, put Ezra Miller's personal demons and his personal life aside. Put, the CGI aside. Watch this movie for what it is. Pay attention to the story, the aspect, the Easter eggs that you see. You'll be blown away. And some of these Easter eggs are absolutely amazing. And, it'll blow your mind. This is a fun movie, and this is the movie event of 2023. This is absolutely phenomenal. I would love to see a sequel to this, but knowing this is the final movie in the DC extended universe, that might be a little difficult to actually, put forth. And I do want to say there is a scene where Barry is now in this 2013 universe, and they talk about Back to the Future. How Michael J. Fox was Marty McFly, but no, Eric Stoltz is Marty McFly, and how Kevin Bacon actually starred in Top Gun, and Michael J. Fox went on to do something else. That dialogue and that sequence is absolutely hilarious and great, and I did not expect the movie to go that way, but it's really, really fun. Not only that, they have their own little theory of how time travel works. Every single time travel movie has their own theory. But since Back to the Future from 1985, since that came out, that's been the focal point and the basis of time travel. Don't go back. Don't see yourself. Don't change history. Don't change time. It could affect the future. Well, in this one, I'm going to call it the spaghetti theory, where Michael Keaton's character, Bruce Wayne, kind of, has certain ways and dynamics of, there's different branches, and if you, cross it, this is it, and if you mess it up, it breaks. The aspect of the spaghetti theory is really, really fun, but very different. I'm curious to see if movies now will use that, or will still keep the Back to the Future theory and references. You have the Avengers Endgame theory. Like, there are so many theories and what could happen with time travel, but this is a time travel movie for sure. It's a phenomenal time travel movie based on the story. I wanted more of Sasha Calle as Supergirl. Ezra Miller did phenomenal as Barry Allen. Michael Keaton, was great. And I will say this, and if it happens, great. If it doesn't, I'm fine with it. I can see Michael Keaton getting nominated for Best Supporting Actor for playing Bruce Wayne Batman in The Flash. If it doesn't happen, okay, but if it does, that's phenomenal and perfect. The Easter eggs are great, and the one Easter egg at the end of this, oh my god, like, it's so hard not to say it. And even the Easter eggs when the multiple universes are coming together and crashing and breaking, like, it's so, so good. And there is a post-credit scene between Barry and Aquaman, Arthur Curry, as they're talking, and Barry's just telling Aquaman what happened with the events of the movie. It's nothing, that's all it is. It's nothing to push the story or anything forward. It's just a fun comedic timing and moment. For me, The Flash gets 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it, and I'm really curious to see what everyone else thinks about this film. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about The Flash. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story, the acting, the emotion, the CGI? Did you like all the Easter eggs? Did you spot all the Easter eggs? Let me know what Easter eggs stood out to you more. What did you think about the big cameo at the end of this film? Did you expect it? Do you want to see them do more with these characters and this universe? And do you think that Ezra Miller should come back in the DCU? Or do you think that this is it, this is good? And do you want to see that one final Batman movie, the correct ending to Michael Keaton's Batman character? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked about The Flash. Also, let me know what rating you would give it. And be sure you click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I will see you all in the next review video, and thank you for tuning in.